All right, Miami, Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M was favored to 3.5 last I looked. Um, man, they're kind of the same team, ain't they? I mean, it kind of really feels that way to me. They feel like they're pretty similar in a lot of ways, particularly at quarterback. Reed and Beck, they're both pretty good quarterbacks, but they both can have bad moments. Reed, the South Carolina first half did not look good. Texas game, I thought he was kind of and then Beck, obviously the SMU versus Louisville game. That's to me is one of the more fascinating matchups. Is which quarterback do we get? Do we get good Reed? Do we get good Beck? Do we get bad Reed, bad Beck? But I think the biggest question in this game to me is, and the reason why I love this game, because we love the big uglies, but it's the line of scrimmage. Miami is top 5 in the pressure rate. Aggies are the top 20 in pressure rate allowed. Other side of that, Miami's D line is first in pressure rate. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The other side of that, Miami's offensive line is first in pressure rate allowed, and A&M's ranked in 17th in pressure rate generated. So you've got a bunch of line of scrimmages thing with Texas A&M and Miami where they don't allow much pressure on either side. And to me, it's who can protect the quarterback the best, because I don't think either quarterback does that great versus pressure. Now, what's interesting with Marcel Reed, when I went and looked at the numbers, I don't have it, but I looked at it before the show. Marcel Reed actually does really good when you send the house, like when you're sending pressure. He actually does really bad when it's from just the front four, like the four.
Yeah.
If you can generate pressure with the four, he's actually really bad. So can Miami get pressure with just four against that Texas A&M offensive line? I mean, this game is super fascinating to me.
Yeah, I honestly think so. I'll say two things. That last stat, can Miami get pressure on Reed, I think could be the difference in the ball game. Okay.
Yeah.
However, the flip side of that, the most thing I'm excited to watch in this game is, can Texas A&M get to Carson Beck? I mean, you have Texas A&M, who I think I read is tied for first in the nation in sacks, and Miami is first in fewest sacks allowed. I think they've only given up 11 all season. So I mean, maybe that's the old school in me coming out, but I can't wait to watch the big guys up front going at it.
I can't either. I'll go ahead. Sorry.
No, and I was just gonna say, and I think both the biggest question marks on both teams is the inconsistency of the quarterbacks.
Yes.
And that's why I think so much is going to go into this into the battle up front, and I think that could be the difference in the game.
I also think the biggest thing for Miami is I think they've got to sorry, my wife's the real MVP. I'm having trouble with coughing, and she just got me a drink. My wife's the MVP. I'm losing my voice a little bit because we do so many dang shows, and which is good. We produce a lot of content. But my voice is struggling right now. So I hope YouTube and Twitter, y'all bear with me. But my wife's the MVP. Y'all couldn't see her because she's not on the camera, but she helped your boy out, got me something to drink to help the throat. But yeah, I also think with Miami, they got to find ways to win. They got to find ways other than getting the ball to Tony, the stud wide receiver for Miami. Like, this kid is a stud. I think he's going to be a superstar in the NFL, because the one thing I'm fairly confident with the Elko is he's going to do a good job stopping the wide receiver one. Like, Texas A&M does a pretty good job of like locking down your wide receiver one. And I'm very curious. Miami's got to find a way to get some plays made where it ain't just Tony, because he's kind of like their whole offense on the wide receiver core. And then to me, for Miami, they gotta win second downs and getting third and shorts, because Texas A&M is one of the best at third downs. Listen to this. 73% of Texas A&M opponents' third downs requires 7 or more yards.
Wow.
73%.
Here's something that made me chuckle a little bit. You talking about Tony, not to fly by that, but Shannon Dawson, their OC, was doing an interview. I forget who it was with, somebody on ESPN, and he's literally saying on live TV that part of their game plan is to line Tony up everywhere on the field. And when I was listening to it, and I was like, why the hell would he say that? And then I got to thinking, because he knows, even if they know it, they can't stop it. Because he's that good, So I think they're going to try to, disguise everything they can and just get the ball in his hands any way they can.
The mute button got my ass again.
Yeah.
Athlete Forums, Miami wins 31-27. Bet the mortgage, yours, not mine. No, sir. Oh man. So I'm trying to get.
You can't talk about this game, and I know Pop said it a few minutes ago in the comments. The 12th man's going to be real.
I don't care what time that game is.
I was going to say, I want to fuss about this being the 12 o'clock game, but however, it works wonders for my schedule for Saturday. But I don't care. The 12th man is going to be real. Those guys will probably.
What's your schedule Saturday? Oh, you can tell.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
We talk on the phone every day. What the?
I'll be watching football. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
But anyhow, I'm just saying. I like this game being early for my schedule because I can pay more attention to the 12 o'clock game than I can the night game. Let's just say that. So, however, I don't care what time it is. The 12th man is going to be real.
Oh, it's going to be nasty. This is their first playoff game. I mean, their first playoff game. Yeah, definitely Pops. He's going to get that afternoon. If there's one thing I know about my best friend, who I've known for 20 years, he's going to get that. He's going to get that afternoon nap. What's up, Tanner? He came from TikTok. Said he loved my Ryan Grubb comment on when we were previewing that game on TikTok. I seen it, Tanner. I just can't look at TikTok much. Thank you for coming from TikTok, though. We gotta applaud you, my man. That's the whole goal right there.
Appreciate it, Tanner.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this time I'm ready to make my pick. I went back and forth on this game. Bear with me for a minute while I make this pick, because I kind of want to talk about something. So, when Mario Cristobal was at Oregon, I was like, you remember Austin? I was a pretty big Mario guy. Like I would remember I would fight people because I would have him in my top 10 as coaches, ranked coaches. Like I'd have him as a top 10 coach back when he was at Oregon. And because what he did at Oregon to me was fascinating in the sense that he raised Oregon's ceiling to me by the way he recruited. And I know people are going to come at me and go, Chip Kelly. Yes, Chip Kelly went to a national championship. He made Oregon, the flashy Oregon. But Chip Kelly didn't really recruit like Mario Cristobal did. And I thought Chip Kelly was, there was a ceiling there with Chip Kelly. And yeah, they went to the national championship, but I thought long term, was they going to be able to win national championships? Because Chip just didn't recruit top 10 classes. There wasn't very many of them, if any at all, with Chip Kelly. So Mario got there, and Mario was like, recruiting top 10, top 5 classes. Like, it was like, okay. And then he went to Miami, and I lost some luster for him. He loses to Syracuse. He loses. We talked about it preseason how I was so sick of Mario Cristobal, so freaking sick of it, and because he just kept freaking losing games to teams way less talented than his team. And we talked earlier about how I felt there was a second team that could go on a 4-game run, and I think Miami's that talented. And I think that, and because I like Beck when he's on it, I like Tony's. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in the country, if not the best. I think the defensive line, Bain or whatever his name is beast. I think that was the devil talking on my shoulder, and he was telling me all this. And then the angel popped out of nowhere today because I was leaning Miami. Because I think they're talented enough to make that 4-game run. Then the angel came on my shoulder, and he whispered, Mario, big game. I said, you want me to trust Mario Cristobal in a playoff game? What was that famous? The playoffs? You want me to trust Mario in the playoffs? You want me to trust a man that can't win a big game in the regular season to win the biggest of big games? Hell no. Give me the Aggies, man. Big game Mario's going down again. You want me to trust Mario at Kyle Field and it's a playoff game? No, sir. No, sir. He'll screw this up. He always does.
Careful, Pops. Careful. Look, I'm not going to jump into it as much as you did. I'm with you on Miami. I think that Miami is just such a frustrating team. I did research on them in the offseason. They were kind of my Cinderella story of the year. Everybody had them down and out, and I said, I thought Miami was going to be a good football team, and they have been.
They're very talented.
They are. They're a good football team. But again, it's I can't. I want to.
You can't.
I want to.
He does this shit
so bad. And my pushback to even the big game thing is it's not the big games that Mario lost.
No, he loses to teams that are nowhere near in the stratosphere of the talent he has.
So does that mean he shows up in the playoffs when it's time, when it's actually go time?
No.
I don't know. Hey, we'll find out on Saturday.
We'll
find out on Saturday. But
maybe he can win me back this weekend. But the hell with that. I've been bit too much by Mario. I'm not falling for it again. No.
I'm with you.
Sir.
I'm not either. Give me the Aggies.